Christmas. Oh, it's Christmas. Yay! That's my brother in the background. So sorry. I'm filming this actually at night. That way I can edit it and do whatever else I need to do with it until it goes up on Monday, which is Christmas. So I just wanted to welcome to my channel. I'm doing this makeup look that you see on my face, step by step. It's not going to be a talk through video. It's going to be a voiceover because at the current moment my brother's in the other room playing video games, and I'm sure you hear it. It's kind of loud, it's going to be distracting, and I'm sure you actually want to see the lesson. So I'm going to be doing a, like I already said it 10 seconds ago, a voiceover while I'm doing the steps. Brushes I use, the products I use, etc, etc. Putting this makeup look like kind of late, but not really, because my last video with the Toofaced gold palette, that kind of was a holiday as well, even though I'm using this in Kathleen's Street Dream palette as well. I will be doing a review on that palette soon, either my next video, I don't know, there's so many ideas. Oh, and on my lips, even though this is a spoiler alert, I do have the Hollywood for Sayate glitter flip. I do have like 5 out of the 7 colors. I will be doing a video of the different ones, swatches, 2 minutes, you know, it's glittery. So I will be doing that as well. So that will be in 2018. I do have some things going on in the back end of music, modeling a little bit, and I have some exciting news, but I'm gonna share that with you probably in its own little video. Yes, that's how big it is. In its own little video in 2018, which is what, in 2 weeks. So stop chatting. Remember to push the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Please, share, tell your friends. It's Christmas. Woohoo! Also, please comment below. It shows things about YouTube algorithms, but I also want you guys to comment because it gives me a chance to interact with you guys and see what you guys want, because some of you have already requested a few things from me. I have it on the list, so I'm trying to go right through it. Make sure to follow me on my social medias, especially since I have huge, and I mean huge news in 2018 about my music. Still a hint I'm giving you. Nope, sorry, you can't get nothing else from me. Nope. But it's about my music, original music, if you're wondering. So that's coming. I'm so excited. And let's just put it something I've been waiting for a long time. And then also follow me on my social medias, as I said like less than a second ago. Please follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course here at YouTube with the same handle at Any Blue Singer. My IMDb page, I can't speak English, and just Google or search Enid Lopez, because that's where I am there, my actual name. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. If I didn't say hello at the beginning, I'm so sorry, but I just want to say thank you for coming. I appreciate you. If you're new, welcome. I love you. Almost broke another leg. See, this is what happens when I'm all excited. I end up breaking stuff. I'm clumsy, very clumsy. I think I said that back in my get ready to know me video, or 50 question tag. I can't remember what I named that. So fit tag video or something. Apparently it's one of the top views. But I'll stop rambling, but follow me on my social medias. My links and my products that I used on my face that you will see, it's in the description below. Share, comment, subscribe. I know I'm being stupid. So thank you. I'll hush, which apparently I have trouble doing, and enjoy the tutorial. Once again, thank you. I really appreciate it. And just hold on. Go ahead and follow me on my social medias. There's big news about my music coming up soon. Once again, thank you. Bye. Alright, right now I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape, you know, cover all those veins, and naturally, Beauty Blender, obviously. If you haven't been here, you know I use it. Blend. Alright, so today we'll be using the gold palette from the Toofaced. I did
Well, a review earlier in the Christmas makeup tutorial. We'll be using the Rolling in Dough. I like this one because you can actually cover like all the veins, and it also sets up your makeup. That way you don't have creasing and skipping and all that loveliness going on. Now, what I'm using, it is a Tarte brush, but technically it's the same thing as the Sigma E40. So anything a fluffy blush would do. And yes, this is a Dream Street palette from Kathleen Lights. I just got it in the mail. I will be doing an actual review on swatches soon. But today I'm actually, using it, checking pigmentation and all that. And I will be using Magical. That's the name of the eyeshadow there. It's like a little orangey. Usually I like, a little browns and stuff like that. I love orange looks. Now, if you are in a deeper complexion, I would suggest you try to mix this with a more orangier one because that won't work, or just use a simple brown. The next color I'm using is Spark. I'm using that over the orange. Now you may be wondering why I'm covering the actual base. Is because it's more of a transition. That way the color can be vibrant and not look patchy or anything like that. So I'm really just going over it. And if you're new to my channel, FYI, I'm extremely messy when I do my makeup, like really messy. But don't worry, it'll be nice and cute at the end. I promise. You saw my introduction. And then I'll go back to Magical, and I use a different brush just for I can go in and just mix it. If you have another like Sigma E40 or fluffier brush I could use at the beginning, yes. Now you see me kind of tugging my eye a little bit. I know you really shouldn't do that, but it's one of the ways I know of trying to stretch the skin and getting all that nice and blended. Now the crease is done. Now, right now I'm using a Lorac brush. I got this brush from the Beauty and the Beast set that I got. I'll link the video below just in case you haven't seen it. And I'll be using one of my favorite shades from Kathleen Lights. It's called Mermaid Boy. Basically, you can use a flat brush, a flat shader brush or anything like that, and just put it over the lid, And if you don't have any brushes, don't worry, just use your fingers. Your fingers work just as fine. You get the pigmentation that you like. As you can tell, I'm just going over it, just making sure everything's covered all over the lid. Now, I like to mix this other color on here, which is a Water Barrier, and just do almost the same action, but I want to have more like a smoky bluish eye type of thing. As you saw, I just did the inner corners. I did not cover my whole lid over Water Boy, and I went with another brush and just went over my crease again, for blending and make sure it's there. You do not need extra pigmentation. Just use the same brush. You're just mixing the colors. That way it doesn't look patchy. And as you can tell, a lot of the blending, obviously the pigment goes away, so you need to go over it again to match the pigmentation, and just keep doing the same process until you get the pigmentation you want in the blending to where it looks nice. And now I'm back to the gold palette, and I'm using the famous chocolate gold. It's one of my favorite ones. You would think it'd be unusable, but I'm using it a lot. So I'm using my fingers, and what I'm doing is basically put it in the middle of the eye, kind of like doing a halo eye in a way, to where the darker's on the side, like the smoky eye, but adding gold. So I'm kind of mixing the two techniques at the moment. So as you can tell, I'm just putting it on top. And now I'm using the Toofaced brown pencil. The shade that I use is called Auburn, A-U-B-U-R-N, I believe, Auburn. And well, I kind of stepped away from the lens, and I put my lashes on. And yes, I do know I have a comment about, and right now I'm just putting Mooney for the brow bone and all that. And yes, I'm using a fan brush because that's just what I have. So I mean, the idea was a smaller brush, but hey, I picked up and that's what was there. Okay, now right now I'm using the Marc Jacob eyeliner. You don't have to use the Marc Jacob, and I don't have the product on me at the moment, so I can't remember the name. I do apologize. But any nude would work. especially if you had color eyes like me, it will drown. So a new color, anything that you have will work. Now I'm using the Too Faced Peach Primer, and mini review. I love this primer. Yes, I do. So, you know, just put it all over the face as you see as I'm doing. Now I'm using the Lancome. I'm in shade Buff, B-U-F-F. Yes, Buff. It's my favorite foundation. It makes me look old airbrush and not a lot of work. Now, introducing. This is the round foundation brush. You've seen those artiste brushes? And yes, you're not blind. It's only $7. You know those artiste brushes that are usually like now like close to $300 and they break, and yeah, I'd be upset. Well, this I found this at Francesca's. If you do have a Francesca's in your area, awesome. If not, they actually have these online. These are like $7. I only bought this. Well, I bought this one, another one, but I like this one because as you can tell, it's blending beautifully, flawlessly. Like I haven't really touched my beauty blender since I've used this. It's fantastic. So FYI. Now the smaller ones, like for your eyeshadows, yeah, I can't make those work. But this one, as you can tell, it's nice and it's $7. Now I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape. Try saying that a couple times. But you put these under the eye. It's just to mask if you do have black under eye, especially when you wake up. It's good. I typically, I'm one of the lucky ones. I don't really have that issue a lot of the time. So what I would recommend, I use these like to brighten up, and that way your face looks more structured. And yeah, I know, I look creepy. It's okay. It's okay. We'll both be beauty up in a minute. It's okay. But as you can tell, just the spaces of the forehead, under the eyes, just to brighten up and even the skin. No worries. I won't look like a ghost and walk out like this and scare people. I promise. Now, we're using the Contour Too Faced Chocolate. We're using Light Cocoa, and I'm putting that under the eyes. And yes, this is my favorite palette. Favorite palette. Just use any fluffy brush and put it under the eye. That's just mostly to set it. For that way it doesn't crease and you start looking like you're nutty. Now, this is the Too Faced Peach Blur Translucent Powder. It is new. As you could tell, I've used it. I kind of have a little bit of mixed feelings about this. I will be doing a review on the Peach collection. I don't have the whole thing, but I do have some, and show you my feelings. But I have mixed feelings right now. But, you know, I'll put that all over the face. It's translucent. Now, I'll go back to the eyes. I'll go back to Spark, which is like that reddish color that I used earlier. And you just put it under the eye. You know, as so. Be careful with your eye. Go slow. I'm just going fast here, but yeah. Then I go back to Mermaid Boy. And I try to use a different brush if I can. If you do use Sigma, I believe this is the E17, I believe. And, you know, just blend under there. Now I'm using the Marc Jacob Noir, N-O-I-R, Major Volume Mascara. If I'm butchering that, I'm so sorry. But it's one of my favorite mascaras. It's from Marc Jacob. And put it there. And before you give me any comments about I have, you know, why I use high-end, I'll just say I'm allergic to everything. Alright, now I'll be using medium and dark cocoa. And we're gonna contour. And yes, it's a Marc Jacob brush, but you know, it's one of my favorite brands. I can't help it. So remember to go above the ear and just go back and forth with it. And yes, I'm making kind of like semi-fishy face. You don't have to, but for me it's just easier to see the line. Make sure it's above, and no, it will not stay this way. I know it looks creepy. It's okay, but remember, it's Christmas. No creepiness here. So, as you can tell, just put it all over the place. For me, personally, for my face shape, I like having the bronzer all over my face, my forehead, and all that. Remember, darkness brings things smaller. Lightness brings things larger. Some people don't do the forehead or the chin or anything, just the cheeks. If that fits you, that's fine. For me, I need to do everything, and I have this thing to where I want to like looking very bronzy, sun-kissed type of look. That's just my obsession. It could be winter and I still want that. But yeah, I live in Houston. That's like almost 100 degrees every other day. So, I mean, yeah, that's just where I live. But, you know, I just keep at it until you get the pigmentation that you like. And you do not have to. I do. I nose contour because I feel like, personally, I think my nose is a little bit too big. So I feel like I have to make it small. So you contour there. Just, you know, either way, depends on your face shape. You can have the line go all the way up to your eye and other parts like a little bit underneath. I go a little bit underneath, do the front. That way you have like the button nose look. And this is where the creepiness goes out. I just have a kabuki brush and I just literally just go in circles all over the place and blend, just like you blend your eyeshadow. Blend, blend, blend. That way it melts into the skin, and that way you're not going to go out and scare people. Unless that's your intention, but that's not mine. Just saying. So, you know, I just go ahead and blend. That way I actually start looking like a normal person. So I just blend, blend, blend. So you can tell, blend. I'm there for a while. Blend, 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 blend. You know, so just blend to what you like, but just like eyeshadow, pigmentation does go down a bit. And me, I do go over it, as you can see here, with more bronzer because I want to see, like, hey, I want to see it. Now, if you are a natural makeup person, you just want basic, you don't want to look like you have a bunch, skip the step. Just skip the step. Just blend and be done. I like a lot of makeup and I want to make sure it lasts all day, so hence I tend to add more. Now I go to that brush that comes within that palette that I really, really like. As you can tell, it fits like perfectly in the hollows of your cheeks and the nose. I like the nose better because it's smaller and it just fits there like a dream. So, you know, I go back to that nice fan brush and I go to the last color of the palette. It's called Pop-Up Light, and I use this as a highlight. Can you tell a little bit of that shine? I know the camera can be a little bit hard to see that sometimes, but you know, I put a little bit in dimples of my forehead, underneath the eyes, and the middle of my nose, and just underneath my cheeks. Mostly because sometimes when you put the bronzer, it can go a little bit more down. But, you know, obviously that's not enough highlight for me. Of course not. So I'm using the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick Palette. Now, I'm not sure if you're still able to get this product, but Bobbi Brown is having a palette on sale right now at Sephora. I think it's $65. But, you know, I bought this last year when this got on sale last year. I think it went down to like 36 or something. I can't remember. But I use it, you know, when I travel and everything. It's just convenient. And now I am using that same Bobbi Brown highlight palette and just put it in between my my eyes. They're my inner corners. And then I go back and reblend, since we just put the contour again, just to make sure the highlight blends into the skin. So that's basically what I'm doing there. And I'm using that fan brush. And we're close to the lips. And I'm using the NARS Wamia. I think that's how you say it. Wamia, something. Well, this is just a pencil, and the purpose of this is just to make sure your lipstick or lip gloss actually stays on. That way your lips don't like crack or anything. You can also use lip balm. Lip balm also helps. Just FYI there. So you just have to keep going and just go ahead and do your lips as you can. But then after you put that on, you know, you can just stop there. Sometimes that's what I use. And here's a surprise, the glitter flip. Yes, I have, I believe, 5 out of the 7 colors. This particular case is Hollywood. Yes, I will be doing swatches in the future about all the lipsticks, so no worries there. But this one I like, and FYI, I know, spoiler alert, it's non-transferable. It doesn't transfer. So I've used this before. I think I used it the other night when I had to go out. It worked well. It's long lasting. Just FYI, they're really good. Now with these, remember, you put them on your lips. I do have to put 2 coats to get the pigment. You wait for about 2 minutes. So I'll be gone about 2 minutes and back. Rub your lips together and glitter. Last step, the Glam Glow setting spray. And yes, that's my favorite setting spray you put on the face because it actually not just brightens your face, but it actually helps your makeup stay. So that is all. Thank you for watching. Love you, subscribe, and comment. Until next time. Bye.